Now we review the 2008 movie Lockjaw, Rise of the Kulev Serpent. Really? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I remember watching a movie called Creature that had a monster called Lockjaw. So when I saw Lockjaw, Rise of the whatever serpent, I thought that it was a sequel to that, but it's not. It's kind of like Harold and the Magic Crayon meets Pumpkinhead. Some kids find a magic pen, basically, that if you draw this monster, it'll come after you. Or whoever you draw, it'll come after. And then pretty much a horror movie ensues. This is one of those horror movies where the special effects are really bad, and there's thankfully little of the monster, which is part snake, part alligator. And, I mean, in all reality, it's not as scary as either, because the CG is so bad. It's just, you look at this thing and you're like, really? But, you know, if you remember Pumpkinhead, these kids accidentally kill this guy's, hit and run accident and kill this guy's son. In this one, it's some guy's wife. And he happens to be the one that found that pen, and he draws them, and then he feels so bad about it. But it's like, no, I don't know if you should feel as bad about it. I mean, really. They don't seem like terribly nice. Then there's a subplot about dudes and rocket launchers, which features into the main plot, but I guess they needed to add some more to the movie, and they couldn't have the flamethrower, which was a part of Pumpkinhead. So yeah, I mean, I get it, but this movie was just, it was a very meh sort of a thing. I mean, you had forgettable characters, terrible CGI, and a plot that was borrowed from a couple of other movies. Very done sort of a thing, and it didn't have its own pizzazz or spin. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you could say the parts where he's trying to rub out the drawing because he feels bad, they're kind of there, but I mean, I don't know if he had the same visions as were in Pumpkinhead, so it wasn't as clearly put together as the movie, as in that movie. So yeah, I mean, this belongs at the bottom of your watch list. It's kind of a forgettable film. And I mean, if you're a fan of cheesy horror, of course, by all means, but most of us just aren't gonna find a lot in this film. I mean, I love these kind of movies, but I can tell you that the beginning of this movie started slow enough so that I think I started watching it 4 or 5 times before finally getting into it. So the hook scene was kind of there, and then the rest of the movie happens, and it's just there. It's not great. It didn't make me want to turn it off, but I've got such a high tolerance for these terrible movies now that you just wouldn't believe it. So yeah, bottom of the watch list for you. Not much there, it just kind of lies there. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Love to hear yours. Comments below. I'm Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Fred the Facehugger, and I'd like to point out that this world isn't a nice place. But you know who's trying to make it a nice place? The owner of this channel. Yes, the owner of this channel does things like pay for ocean cleanup, and have trees planted, and even feed orphans in an orphanage in Mexico. Yes, it's a real thing. I'm not kidding. I may be a face-hugging alien from a horror movie, but I'm not a liar. Anyway, when you comment, like, and subscribe, you're supporting that better world, and whereas it may not make a big difference, it may be the difference between one more tree planted, one more pound of trash out of the ocean, or one child not going hungry tonight. So, think about it. Shouldn't you comment? Shouldn't you like? Shouldn't you subscribe? I certainly would if I were you. I'm Fred.